Thanks for listening to English Go Podcast. To listen without advertisements or to read episode transcripts, visit englishgo.co.uk for more information.
Ryan Reynolds here from Mint Mobile. With the price of just about everything going up during inflation, we thought we'd bring our prices down. So to help us, we brought in a reverse auctioneer, which is apparently a thing.
Mint Mobile Unlimited Premium Wireless. How to get 30, 30, bit to get 30, bit to get 20, 20, 20, bit to get 20, 20, bit to get 15, 15, 15, 15, just $15 a month? Sold!
Give it a try at mintmobile.com/switch.
$45 up front for 3 months plus taxes and fees. Promo rate for new customers for limited time. Unlimited more than 40 gigabytes per month. Slows full terms at mintmobile.com.
Millions of people have lost weight with personalized plans from Noom. Like Evan, who can't stand salads and still lost 50 pounds.
Salads generally for most people are the easy button, right? For me, that wasn't an option. I never really was a salad guy. That's just not who I am. But Noom worked for me.
Get your personalized plan today at Noom.com. Real Noom user compensated to provide their story. In 4 weeks, the typical Noom user can expect to lose 1 to 2 pounds per week. Individual results may vary.
They say opposites attract. That's why the Sleep Number Smart Bed is the best bed for couples. You want a bed that feels firm, but they want soft? Sleep Number does that. You want to sleep cooler while they like to feel warm? Sleep Number does that too. J.D. Power ranks Sleep Number number 1 in customer satisfaction with mattresses purchased in-store. And now Sleep Number Smart Beds start at $999. Prices higher in Alaska and Hawaii. For J.D. Power 2023 award information, visit jdpower.com/awards. Only at a Sleep Number store or sleepnumber.com.
We have a new Prime Minister today. The Prime Minister is the person who is in charge of our country, I suppose you could say. Well, I suppose it's more correct to say that the Prime Minister is in charge of the party who's in charge of the country. But anyway, we now have a new Prime Minister of the UK and a new party. And I was able to vote, which is strange if you think about it, because I'm not living in England at the moment, not in the UK. I'm in Japan, some 6,000 miles away or so, and I was able to vote. And there's 2 ways that you can vote, like remotely, if you're living abroad. One of them is like a postal vote, so you send your vote in the mail, and another is a vote by proxy. Proxy sort of means, well, in this case it means through another person. So I asked my father to vote for me on my behalf, and I had to register with my local council. I had to contact them once. I don't know. I needed 2 pieces of information from them, and I've forgotten what they were now. Like the first one sort of said, yes, you're living abroad and you can vote, and then the other one I think maybe said you can vote at this election. But anyway, I think all that my father had to do, I think, he did get a letter. So he got a letter from the local council saying, you've been registered to be able to vote on behalf of me, and maybe some like instructions saying what to do. I think all my father had to do was just go along and just say, I'm voting for myself and I'm voting for this person as well. And I think they give you 2 pieces of paper, 2 slips, so you can put down 2 votes. And when we vote, it's just fairly simple. Like I said, you get one of these pieces of paper, and it's usually got maybe about 4 different candidates, different people representing different political parties, and you just put a big X in the box that you want. But there are some interesting rules or interesting laws. I think I think there's some strange law. If you're trying to influence people, like before they enter the room, or I think when they're inside the room where they're voting, I think that's illegal. Or if you're in the room and you shout, vote for this party or something like that, I think, the police might turn up even. So yes, I voted before, and it feels a bit like serious. I don't think you're probably not even supposed to like tell people like who you're voting for, like inside, or even like talk about a party or something like that when you're inside this room. It feels almost a bit like when you go and take an exam, and like the exam room is very quiet. So I think you can talk a bit, but it's got a sort of like strict atmosphere in there. Well, at least it did when I went into the one that was local to me. Anyway, so what happens in England, in the UK, the polling or the voting is open, I can't remember what time, let's say 8, until I think it closes at 10 p.m. As the last time you can vote. And after the last vote has been cast, they start counting all of these votes, these pieces of paper by hand. And they've got these big halls set up, big rooms set up, and with loads of people in there. I think they're probably volunteers, but the police do help, and some other, organisations probably help as well. But there are loads and loads of people in a room counting all these votes, and it takes a very, very long time because you have to count like the whole country's votes, and so that's millions and millions of people. And because it finished at 10, and people start counting at 10, they don't finish until very early in the morning. So they're going all throughout the night, and it can take up until like 5, 6 a.m. in the morning, maybe a bit later, I don't know, before they finish counting all of the votes. And what normally happens in the UK is there's a TV program that covers the whole event, often on the BBC. Maybe other channels do it as well, although to be honest, I don't tend to watch the other channels so much. So this program comes on around 10 p.m. and then finishes like I said, really, really early in the morning. So the presenters are like staying up throughout the whole night, and they get a bit tired. Everyone gets a bit tired. To be honest, I don't usually watch it. I usually start watching it and stay up as late as I can, but no, I find it really hard to stay up for a whole night, and I don't think it's really worth it, to be honest, just to watch these results come in one by one by one. But this year, I did watch it because I'm not in the UK anymore. So what happened was I woke up in the morning and switched my television on and started watching the BBC, and I could watch all of the results coming in the morning time in Japan. So it was really late in the UK, but in just morning time over here, so that was fine for me. So anyway, the UK now has a new Labour government. So that's the Labour Party. The last government was the Conservative Party, and they didn't do a very good job of running the country, to be perfectly honest. And not only that, there were lots and lots of scandals. If you don't know what a scandal is, it's something that happens that's wrong, like morally wrong, or maybe something illegal, and it causes lots of people to be very angry about it. Makes the public very angry about it. That's a scandal, and there were lots of them with the last government. So I'm happy that they've gone. I'm happy that we've got a change. Lots of people are saying that our new Prime Minister is rather boring, but to be honest, I think I would like boring at the moment, because there's just been such an upheaval, such a lot of turmoil. I'm sorry if those words are a little bit difficult. Upheaval just means everything's been thrown about, and turmoil, just sort of like chaos, really. Everything's gone crazy. It's been a real mess, and it's caused a lot of people living in the UK a lot of problems. It really has. It's going to take an awfully long time to fix. I don't know if the new government can fix it. I don't know if it's even possible to fix in just like 5 years. But we shall see what happens. It's certainly, it's nice for someone new to be in, because when there's someone new in, there's like a new party in, there's a chance for something to be different. There's a chance that things might change. Who knows? So I'm optimistic about it. And the party that's got in, the Labour Party, I do like some of their policies, some of the things that they're promising they will do. They seem like good ideas to me. But at the same time, like I said, the country's in such a mess at the moment. I'm not sure how much it can be fixed. But we shall see. Anyway, I don't normally do podcast episodes where I talk about the news so much. Why is that? I don't know. I suppose it's because I try to avoid doing episodes that will become old, because I know that there's people who listen to this podcast and they like to go back to the very beginning and start listening to everything. And then they come across an episode like this and it's like really old news, so it becomes a bit boring. So I do try not to record too many like this, but I just thought this is, it's a big event for the UK. It's quite an important change, so it was worth talking about it. It was worth mentioning it. I don't know how many people listening to this podcast will be aware of this news of our new Prime Minister. It's I have noticed there's been an awfully lot of coverage of the American presidents. I almost said Prime Minister then, but they're called presidents. And that, of course, is very big news too, and is likely to have a big effect on the world, So, of course, I understand why it's such big news. So, anyway, interesting times lately. Lots of potential changes ahead. So let's just hope they're good ones. Let's hope there's some good news coming in the future. Let's hope things start to get better. And on that positive note, I will wish you good luck with your English studies as well. Until next time, bye-bye.
Hey, I'm Ryan Reynolds. At Mint Mobile, we like to do the opposite of what Big Wireless does. They charge you a lot, we charge you a little. So naturally, when they announced they'd be raising their prices due to inflation, we decided to deflate our prices due to not hating you. That's right. We're cutting the price of Mint Unlimited from $30 a month to just $15 a month. Give it a try at mintmobile.com/switch.
$45 up front for 3 months plus taxes and fees. Promo rate for new customers for limited time. Unlimited more than 40 gigabytes per month slows. Full terms at mintmobile.com.
Millions of people have lost weight with personalized plans from Noom. Like Evan, who can't stand salads and still lost 50 pounds.
Salads generally for most people are the easy button, right? For me, that wasn't an option. I never really was a salad guy. That's just not who I am. But Noom worked for me.
Get your personalized plan today at Noom.com. Real Noom user compensated to provide their story. In 4 weeks, the typical Noom user can expect to lose 1 to 2 pounds per week. Individual results may vary.
Thanks for listening until the very end of the show. If you've enjoyed this episode, please give my podcast a rating, or if you have the time, write a review. It's a really nice way of letting me know you enjoy these episodes and encourages me to make more of them for you. Thanks very much and have a lovely day.